In the big picture of police and firefighter pension changes and reforms, the atmosphere is somewhat subdued as the current employees and retirees wait to see what's going to happen to their pensions. A $150 million shortfall has the city looking into reforming the system, but discussions, as we say, have quieted down. There's nowhere was that silence more noticeable than at the meeting of the pension board this morning.
Anyone wishing to appear before the board at this time?
In a room full of police, firefighters, and retirees, no one spoke at the pension board meeting.
The meeting is adjourned.
Adjourned, and still no word to this board from the mayor's pension task force on what to do about reforming the pension fund for Chattanooga's more than 1,500 police, firefighters, and retirees. Board member Chris Willmore says until they hear from the task force, nobody here knows anything. Even though no one spoke at today's meeting, the atmosphere was tense.
Well, these are my brothers and my sisters, and I want to be able to tell them everything that I know and or everything that I've heard. But all I would do would be fueling a rumor mill that doesn't need to be fueled.
Willmore says, meanwhile, both fire and police departments are trying to maintain good morale to wait out the pension reform discussion and see what happens. That plan seems to be working, since we last reported 2 weeks ago that 43 police officers and firefighters eligible for the full deferred retirement option program took advantage of it and retired. In that 2 weeks, no one else has retired. So is Mayor Burke's appointed pension task force closer to recommendations? On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being a backwards progression, 5 being no progress at all, and 10 being leaps and bounds, where are we right now?
Well, judging in the context of the history of the pension fund, I think we're way closer to 10 than anybody else has ever gotten.
Travis McDonough is the head of the pension task force. He says the silence right now might be warranted.
It's a sobering problem to confront, and people have the right attitude and are taking it really seriously.
The pension task force has 2 more meetings before the deadline for making its reforms known. That's on February 6th. And one of those changes will be definitely changes to the deferred retirement option program we just mentioned. Again, that deadline is February 6th. Kim?
Calvin, Chattanooga's DROP program is very generous to its police and firefighters, and if you look at it, you'll see why the employees do not want changes to it. According to city paperwork, DROP takes a yearly portion of a firefighter or police officer's salary and places it in a special account. It starts accruing at 25 years of service, and then between 28 and 30 years of service, the employee can retire and take it all in a lump sum, which is averaging really pretty much close to $100,000.